Stampers! Today we're going to make this card. It's a technique that we're going to use the embossing folder, and we're going to add color to the embossing folder so it adheres to the cardstock when you run it through the Big Shot. Isn't that fabulous? So this card idea came from the catalog. Let me show you that. It's right here on page 22. Love this card. It's just so striking with the black and the green. Now this one I used the Wild Wasabi, but in the catalog they used the Gumball Green. And you'll notice that they used the Chevron embossing folder, but I'm using the Stripes embossing folder. So two different looks, but the same idea. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to use the basic black and the Gumball Green. We're using the Whisper White, and this is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And then the black is cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and stamp, get this stuff out of the way first. We're going to use the Hello, and that's from the stamp set called For You, F-O-U-R-U, because there's 4 greetings. So we're using this Hello. We're going to use the Versamark. We're going to do some embossing today. Embossing always is amazing to me. It's just so much fun. So I'm just going to ink up the Hello with the Versamark, and I'm going to take my embossing buddy, go over the Gumball Green cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp that Hello. I'm going to take the black embossing powder, sprinkle that, tap it off. Okay, so now we're going to grab the heat tool, heat set this really quick. Okay, so look how pretty that is. It's just shiny. Okay, so we're going to take the extra large oval punch that out. Okay, then I have a piece of black cardstock. We're going to cut this out with the decorative label punch. And then I also have a piece of, I guess this is 1 by 3 1/4, and this is the Modern Medley designer paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the 1-inch square punch, and I'm just going to flag the end. It's like that. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and do the embossing on the cardstock. So I have the Whisper White, and I'm going to use the striped embossing folder that looks like this. Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way. Add some scrap paper down. What I'm going to ink is the full size, the bigger size. And when you close the folder, you'll notice that it's just slightly bigger. So I'm going to use the side that says Stampin' Up on there. And I'm going to use the Gumball Green, and I'm going to use the brayer, because you get a evenly distributed ink onto your embossing folder. Okay, so I'm inking up my brayer, and I'm going to ink up this side. Okay, so I'm going to take the Whisper White piece, and I'm going to layer it onto the other side of the embossing folder like that. Then I'm going to fold it over. Okay, let me grab the Big Shot. Okay, so I got the Big Shot, and it's open to tab 1. And we're going to lay the embossing folder down, and then we're going to send that through the Big Shot. So you're going to color and emboss at the same time. Don't you love that? And then look. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so now let me show you here how to clean this up. Let me get the Big Shot out of the way. Okay, so to clean the embossing folder, are you just going to take a baby wipe and just wipe it clean? Super easy. Clean this side, because this side was a slightly bigger, so it goes over to the smaller piece. Yep, really easy to clean. Okay. And then to clean your brayer, you can just run that underwater and it comes right off. Or you can use your baby wipe. It's a little bit messy that way, but that's how you clean the brayer. So we're going to finish the card. We're going to add some dimensionals. Let me find those here. Pop this up on dimensionals. Okay. Then we're going to layer this onto the front of the black base card. Then the layers, I'm going to pop this decorative label punch up. Dimensionals. Got green all over my fingers. Okay, then we're just going to kind of center that in the center of the card. Then take your flag, or your little banner that we flagged with the 1-inch square punch. Center that, in the middle of that. And then pop this up, the hello, right in the center of that. How cute is that? And that's with the gumball green. So now you can see the difference with the wild wasabi. It's a little bit darker. I love them both. Okay, so I wanted to show you this card here, the Christmas card, Christmas Wishes, and it's using new items from the holiday catalog. It's using the Joy to the World stamp set, which is the Christmas Wishes here. Okay, and then it's using the new embossing folder. It's called Stylish Stripes for the background. And then for the background, instead of using like the green, I used the Encore Silver, the ink that's in the holiday catalog. And then for the layer behind the front, I used the foil, new foil paper in the holiday catalog. Love it! My husband calls this his chrome paper. He's been asking Stampin' Up! For chrome forever. So this is his chrome, and it also comes in the gold too, but I embossed the Christmas Wishes with the silver embossing powder. So that's it. That's how you do that background. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye!